I'm sorry, Mr. Krabs. Could you run that by me again?
Sure. I said I'm worried that...
That's what I thought you said. Now let me offer this as a rebuttal.
I'm sorry. I had to. It was a funny opportunity to present that. But as some of you guys know, today is March 26th, Tuesday, 2019. And for some of you who haven't been keeping up with the news, BioWare just finally released their big announcement for the patch. So if you guys want to know about the features that have been added to the game, make sure you guys stick around. And on that note, play my shit real quick.
Hey, nigga, step back. Most of y'all thoughts ain't even intact. Ever got kicked out the crib, then snap. Just get snapped, nigga, gotta move back. You know, get cold when you sleeping in the trap. Damn, only speaking truth and facts. Frank do a lot in the booth when he rap. Cause I be the shit and y'all just crap.
Okay, alright, we are back. It's your boy BmanDaKilla. I'm back with another video for you guys. Okay, so let me let you know ahead of time. I'm sorry if my audio is a little bit wacky. I'm recording on my laptop, and my headset that I thought was going to work for it isn't going to work like that. So hopefully I don't sound overly loud, but if I do, as this recording goes, I'll try to lower the audio so it don't seem like it's extra screeching here. Alright, so that being said, also if you hear any music, that's my neighbors next door blowing a lot of music, so I'll try to make sure I have something in the background playing so you don't hear it as much. So you should let you know that advance ahead of time, so nobody be in the comments like, oh, why you recording in a loud place or whatever, you know what I'm saying? You know how petty people be anyway. Alright, so as I got the way, let's go and get started. Alright, so today's the 26th of March of 2018. So BioWare just released the patch for 1.6 today. Now I'm not going to go through every single bit of detail. I'm going to link the whole entire thing in the description down below, but I'm going to go through the major stuff that I did stick out to me because I did skim through everything. And I'm also have the picture as well, because you know I'm gonna kind of just go through each category, but I'm just gonna pick out the major ones that stood out to me the most, because I actually did this by hand. So if you could do me a favor, make sure you thumbs up the video as well as subscribe if you're new. I really appreciate that, because it took me a long time to do this, and I know there's some YouTubers out there that do this real quick and stuff like that, but I would like to be covering Anthem because I do like this game, and I would like this game to just be successful. And it's been a while since I've done some videos like this, even before the full game release. So some of you may know that I used to, you know, post stuff about anything information related. So that being said, let's hurry and get started. Alright, so first thing we have is the new features. Alright, so the first thing they mentioned is that legendary missions allows you to replay critical path missions again with a much higher difficulty level. One mission will be available per day. So my thing is, I do have a side thing I want to ask. So I'm wondering if, because I was trying to record my audio earlier today and it didn't work. It seems like what they're going to do is, I think besides the 3 daily missions you get from, you know, from your agent missions and stuff like that, I think you're going to have like one category where you can just do just missions, legendary missions from the story. So at least when you do the other 3, which guarantees you a masterwork, you know, for sure, I think they'll still give you that incentive that you can still at least get a masterwork, you know what I'm saying, or get more than that. So I'm pretty sure that's what they're going for. If I'm mistaken, just let me know. But I did play earlier and I tried it out, and I did get a couple masterworks after I did the other contracts I did from my you know, other, you know, same spots that they be at. So if that's different, let me know. But from what it seems like they at least give you a chance to still do daily contracts during, you know, during your playtime with the game. Next thing we have is Elysian catches. So a lot of people was a little mixed about this, because the fact of the matter is that they don't offer armor in these chests, and I was kind of in the same way with other people too, because I mean, like, the whole big thing is with cosmetics and stuff like that, trying to, you know, look awesome and badass while you're playing, right? So it would be cool to actually have a way to get armor, because a lot of people not going to have enough coin because they're already kind of high to get, as well as people are not going to always pay shards to try to get the, you know, armor set. And me, for sure, I'm not, as much as I love this game to succeed, I'm not going to keep paying money because I don't have YouTube money. I'm just going to be honest, you know what I'm saying? But, like, no shot to nobody. I'm just saying, like, you know, like, you know, there has to be other ways to incentivize a way for people to, you know, grind to get something that's worthwhile. You know what I'm saying? So I'm kind of unfortunate that, but as you see, it says it earns them by completing daily challenges. These are used on Elysian catches, which actually appear at the end of each stronghold after the boss is defeated. These unlock vanity and crafting materials. Altogether, there are 67 unique vanity unlocks. Vinyls, victory poses, emotes, and rivals. No, and it says no duplicates, so that's good to know that we don't get duplicates for that. So that's pretty good. Still unfortunate we don't get any armor sets or armor pieces in some shape or form, but I mean, you gotta start somewhere. Hopefully down the line, when however successful this goes, we might actually get that. All right, so next one we have loot changes. Okay, like I said, I'm not gonna go through everything, but I'm gonna go through the major stuff. So as you see on the screen, I'm going to be going through each category. Some stuff may seem like I missed it, but I just kind of skimmed through it and went through the stuff that I feel like was important. All right, so next thing we have is loot changes. So chests have now a chance to drop additional items and crafting materials in Strongholds free play missions, which is really good. As I said, you get towards goals the end game, you're gonna be gonna get these blueprints to craft weapons and stuff like that, so you can make that that godly build that you want to make for your Javelin suit, right? Then we have Apex creatures now have a chance to drop additional loot similar to the change made to chests. So pretty much the characters or certain enemies are gonna have the same functionality as well as the chest. So that's good to know. The forge cannot be accessed via the main menu and your Fort Tarsus for the launch bay. I did see this function when I was playing, when I tried to do the audio check on my computer and it wasn't working. It's really fast. I'm really surprised how fast it is. Like literally you can just go to the menu and it just pops up, and I'm very impressed by that. Also, and as I said on the bottom, there's no longer a load screen when entering the forge. That's good, because with this game already having enough loading screens, they need to find a way to kind of reduce that so people can still somewhat feel immersed in the game. So I do like that they did that. Next thing we have free play. Fixed an issue where a second pilot could enter the tombs of the Legionnaires quest before acquiring the quest. Not sure what that is, but I'm pretty sure that's probably during the end of the story or getting towards the end of the story. I did not make a second pilot, so I don't know how that works. So if someone knows about that, let me know in the comments down below, or feel free to clarify that for me as well as for others who are going to check this video. Great, appreciate that. And it says fix an issue where performance could cause basically doing certain stuff, it will make it be kind of slow and choppy. I was not a big fan of that. I know when I would be on free play and I'd be doing certain missions or world events, that a lot of my stuff would, like, the performance in itself on my console would just be very choppy and it'll be very slowed down. I'm like, what is going on? And it's already that they said they were gonna make it sure that it was locked on 30 frames per second. So yeah, hopefully that's fixed. I have not tried free play mode, so hopefully that will be improved. Next we have Strongholds. So we have the Heart of Rage. So fixed party gathered where sending players back to the previous arena. I think that was just for a lot of places, not just Heart of Rage. I have not been to the Heart of Rage yet. I didn't know that was a stronghold yet. It's crazy enough, I've done both of the 2 strongholds, and there's supposed to be 3, and I have not yet unlocked the Heart of Rage yet since the story mode. But I know for most of the game, when you're like when you die or something like that, it just like makes you be at the previous arena, and it's like, seriously, you have to fly all the way back to it. I didn't understand it. It says fixing the fog walls, blocking access to enemies. That's good. Removing fog walls that can prevent the player from progressing. Glad that's fixed. Fixed issue where joining players will spawn in the lava, and oh yeah, I'm glad they fixed that. Like I said, I haven't not been in the Heart of Rage yet since the story mode, but if these issues are going on, that's good that they fixed that. Temple of the Scar. I have not played that yet. I have not beat the full thing yet because it was buggy and I couldn't really play it. But it says fix issues with fog walls that could prevent the player from progressing, so that's been fixed. Tired Mine, door leading underground opens with the first player arriving now instead of waiting for all players. I'm glad they fixed that. Whenever I run the Tyrant Mine, it's always like we have to always wait for everyone to get to the door. Now that they fix it where someone, at least a person, individuals at the door, it opens, we can finally get through and finish with the Stronghold. And it says fix an exploit where you could double loot from the Swarm Tyrant. I have never done that, so I don't know how that works. It's unfortunate that, you know, we're supposed to have playtesters, but, you know, I guess it's good and bad that we have people that find exploits so they can find ways to fix the game so that it's a smooth experience for everyone. So yeah, it's a little bit of a double-edged sword with that. So then next we have general, fix an issue where strongholds were disappearing from the map so they couldn't be selected. That's been fixed. Next one to general, like I said, do each of these posters that I'm putting. I'm going to just skim through some of the stuff that were important to me, and if you want to see the rest of that, it will be linked down below. So hope I'm not going too fast. So general, we have a respawn timer no longer resets after a revive by another player is interrupted. I'm glad they improved that. That was such an annoyance. We have another one is that low health has been changed to low armor. Yes, I did notice that as well, because in the previous it did say low health, but I didn't even know armor meant health, so that was new for me that I found out. We have fixed a number of issues that could cause the game to crash. Thank you. I'm so tired of my game crashing when I play this sometimes because it gets so annoying. Players can now junk items faster in the vault. That is good, because whenever I try to put stuff in the junk pile, it will take forever to either dismantle or it will result in crashing my game. So I hope that's been fixed. Match consumables now sort by rarity alphabetically. Thank you. That should have been already been in the game, but it's okay, we got it. But I still think they need to fix it where you craft items, that they should fix it by rarity too as well. That still need to be fixed. So if you guys feel the same way, let me know down in the comments down below. Another one is fix an issue where a small number of players cannot craft items and would continue to receive white and uncommon greens for after hitting level 30. Oh, that's a little unfortunate. I have not received level 30. I have not received any greens or any whites, but yeah, unfortunately people are still getting that, so glad they fixed that. And then we are on to, let's see what's next on the list. We're almost about done. So we are at a brand new universal masterwork components. So we have some new masterwork components that were also introduced. Now we're in the last patch in the 1.3 or 1.05, I believe. So one of those. We have 4 previous ones. I don't remember those, but I know there were 4 new ones that were introduced. But the new ones that we have is Bloodlust. So Bloodlust basically increases melee damage. Increases melee damage by 75% for 10 seconds when killing an enemy by using melee. It's pretty good. Acid Slug, specialized storage for enhancing shotgun ammunition. Increases damage. Hitting shotgun shots in a single burst implies an acid on attack or acid on the target. So basically, when you get 7 consistent shots, it will apply an acid status on it, which is pretty good. I think that's pretty interesting though. It'll be pretty decent to put a nice build on that with certain javelins. Giant Slayer, enhanced marksman rifles, ammunition, and increases damage. Increases weak point damage by 50% after a marksman rifle hits it 5 hits, a 5-hit streak. Okay, that's pretty interesting. I do love the marksman rifles. I do prefer that as a primary weapon, so I'm pretty interested in using that. And also remember, these are unlocked through the Grandmasters 1 through 3, not from easy to hard. So be mindful of that. It should also stay stated on there on the picture as well. Next we have Focus Freeze. Enhanced light machine gun increases damage on a 10-hit streaks, freezes the target, so that's pretty good. Pretty interested about that too, because I do like using a light machine gun on certain builds, so I'm interested to see how that works. And we have feedback. Add specialized damage or storage for assault rifle with the ammunition, increases damage by 50% for 10 seconds when firing the last shot in an AR magazine. Okay, so alright, that's pretty interesting. So these new ones are pretty awesome. I actually like those. Okay, and let's see, we're on javelins, and we were just about, I think we're just about done. I think it's the last category. Yep, it's the last category. So javelins. So intercept and melee can attack in a single input. So basically what it means in the previous patches, you were able to attack with button input or triangle, but now they fix it to where you could just hold triangle and they'll just do the attacks for you. I mean, it doesn't really affect me too much. I'm kind of used to the button mashing thing with the interceptor, so I mean, I'm interested to see how it feels when I try to use my interceptor again, because I do play with interceptor from time to time. So I'm interested to see how that plays. Another thing with interceptor is interceptor can detonate combos even if they have an aura currently active. This allows them to detonate the combo to do extra combo damage without having to wait for an aura to expire. In addition, detonate a combo will refresh the duration of the currently active aura. For example, if you have an ice aura, active and you detonate a creature primed with acid, it will refresh the duration of your ice aura. Okay, so basically, if you're using a aura already, which is like, we're gonna say freeze, or acid, whatever. If you kill someone with that ability on, it refreshes it. That's pretty okay. So it doesn't change. I think if I'm not mistaken, depending on what you were doing, I think it was switched from time to time, which I still thought that was pretty cool. It gave a little bit of diversity in gameplay, but you know, some people might get annoyed, like, nah, I don't want to be ice and I want to keep it acid because I'm trying to get through the ad. So that's pretty interesting though. So I can kind of see it from both ends though. Also, they increased the thruster speed of all javelins by 20%. So that's pretty interesting, because I thought that they reduced it because they wanted us to kind of be more immersive in the world. And you know, usually the only javelin that can actually fly the most is the Storm, because it's built for airborne strikes. So for them to increase that for all javelins, I'm really impressed though. So they want us to be in the sky more. I don't have a problem with that. I actually like that though. Reduce the base overheat duration for all javelins by 20% as well. So basically, you know, you don't be as overheated as you should, because I did get used to annoyed about that. So I'm interested to see how they did that. Even though I played it, I didn't really play too much though. I didn't notice it. But when I actually get off, once I finish this, I'll actually give it some real time, get really gameplay to see how it feels. And then we have Fire Classes effect on players. No longer instantly overheats the javelin, but instead start to quickly build up until overheat. I am so glad that they fixed this. And the reason being is because I do like the effect that when you're attacked by fire, it does increases, it adds to the realism of the game. But I did not like when you were instantly hit by fire that you will overheat. This makes more sense. It's still that balance, but not overly not overly powered, because it's been times when I've been hit by fire and I would instantly just be jumped. Now building up your thruster duration, you know, to where it's about to have you overheat, it's a little bit better quick, because at least it still gives you that wiggle room to say, okay, if I get hit with this fire, I still have enough of that gauge left to kind of, you know, get out and escape, you know what I'm saying, depending on where you are dealing with, you know what I'm saying. So I'm glad that they did that, and this seems a little bit more balanced, still being a little punishable, but also still being fair. Like, hey, you're on fire, but you can still find a way to escape from your danger or whatever. So that's pretty cool. And I think we're about the last couple. Alright, so it says add new audio for thrusters falling to ignite when frozen by an enemy creature. We have improved audio notification when Javelin ultimate ability is ready. And last but not least, you have the ability to hover underwater. That is very interesting. I did not try that. I will try that after this. And yeah, that's pretty cool. That actually is pretty good. That they should have added that in the game anyway. But like I said, out of the stuff, we get in it now. I know next month or so, or well, because it's pretty much April at this point, we're gonna be getting the Cataclysm in May. So like I said, I will be keeping up with these news and anything like that. So, like I said, this is a really big patch, and like I said, I didn't go through everything, but I went through more of the main stuff. So hope I didn't go too fast, hope I didn't sound too raggedy or whatever. Like I said, yeah, so I'm gonna keep doing these. I want this game to be successful, and I want to, you know, help the community out. So if you can, make sure you thumbs up the video, subscribe if you're new for more Anthem videos to come. I am doing a little something with the customization with Javelin, so be on the lookout for those. I'm going to get back to the grind of doing those. It's a little discouraged about doing them because I was kind of scared what people gonna think, but it's okay. I'm gonna still do it because I had fun doing it. So that being said, like I said, the link to the rest of the notes in the description down below to take you to where you can pretty much read everything. And yeah, pretty much that's it, man. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one. I'm out. Peace.
Yeah, the rebels, nigga, we the fucking best. Y'all don't want it, y'all can't want it, y'all shouldn't want it, we the worst on it. Got so much saying, got so many problems, got so many haters, they the motivators. I'm a cake chaser, not a hoe chase, I'm a money maker.